Today in the battle arena, we're going to see who the top knight is. Is it the Dark Knight or is it Moon Knight? In one corner, we have Batman, the massive comic book and movie hero, going up against the well-known comic and newly on screen Moon Knight. Who's going to come out on top? Stay tuned to find out. Before we get started, make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you'd like this video and videos you've seen in the past. Also, we are trying to pass HGTV in subscribers and we need your help. Passing HGTV will help us pass the Property Brothers in subscribers and then officially allow me and Dan to be brothers. Let's get started with Batman, the story that has been told hundreds of times. Here's a little backstory of who Batman is. Bruce Wayne was only a child when his parents were gunned down in front of him. It planted a seed of vengeance on all crime in Bruce's heart. He traveled the world sharpening his body, his mind, and his skills into a perfect weapon. Taking the mantle of the Bat, a symbol of fear, he became the boogeyman not only to Gotham, but far and wide. We're going to talk about Batman's strength, his durability, his speed, and his gear and tools. Let's get started with Batman's strength. He once bench pressed and lifted well over 1,000 pounds, and you can see clearly the 500-pound plate here on each side, which seems to be a regular part of his daily lift and routine. Looking good, Bruce, looking good! And again, here he is supporting the weight of a 1,000-pound roof. He once punched through bazooka-proof glass. That's crazy. Bazookas can actually take out armed vehicles like a tank. This indicates that Bruce could potentially punch through the side of a tank. That's crazy. He's leg pressed a stuck railroad car that weighed over 2,500 pounds. So, of course, Batman is super strength. He might be stronger than Moon Knight, but we'll get into that a little bit later. Let's talk about Batman's speed. More times than not, Batman is really cool the way he gets into his Batmobile. Usually a crazy jump, a backflip, straight into the driver's seat. So this happens often. And to be able to time it like that is crazy. He's dodged Mr. Freeze's ice blast at point blank range. Again, he's able to avoid submachine gunfire at close range, closes the gap, and takes down the gunman while he continues to fire. Impressively, Batman trades a poison drink in the time of a blink without the guy knowing. It's the blink drink trade. Drink blink trade. Bruce snatches guns before the thugs are able to pull the trigger, and the feat that may take the cake is Batman is able to disappear out of sight from the Suicide Squad with Deadpool shooting rapidly at him from close range. Batman being able to avoid Deadshot's shot is really impressive. Deadshot does not miss. The guy that's actually nicknamed the man that never misses. He even escaped the Flash. As soon as his shadow disappeared, Flash could not find him. And Flash is quick. Hide and go seek with Flash just doesn't sound fun. Now let's talk about durability. Batman is physically strong, but also mentally strong. He resisted a high-tech military mind control machine for 26 hours till someone came to break him out. Before Batman's armor was bulletproof, he took bullets to the chest and lived. He's also tanked a hit from Shazam, whose strength is on par with Superman, and this is a fear-stricken and mentally unstable Shazam, knocking him back into an I-beam. This is really impressive. Batman's like a dude, but it's obvious he's superhuman. Let's talk about his tools, his gadgets, what makes him literally Batman, you know? Batman has so many gadgets and tools. He literally has a nuke. Batman has a nuke. How? I have no clue. Bruce doesn't only have gear of destruction, but surveillance and tracking gear, cameras, scanners, drones, and distractors like flashbangs that even blind Superman. And we can't forget about the Batarang that causes large explosions, throwing Superman out of a building. This honestly just scratches the surface when it comes to all of Batman's gadgets and gear. We didn't even get to talk about the Batmobile, one of the big ones, his Batcave that houses all of this stuff. Why don't we go ahead and move on to Moon Knight? Well, who is Moon Knight? What is he good at? Let's talk about it. Most people might not know as much about Moon Knight, but he is 4 different aspects of the same man. Mark Scepter, Stephen Grant, Jake Lockley, Mr. Knight, and Moon Knight. Resurrected by Khonshu, the lunar god of vengeance and justice, serving as the Egyptian lunar god's avatar. He would prey upon the innocents traveling at night with powers enhanced by the moon. All are called to beware of the vengeance of the Moon Knight. Spooky night. This is just me. Moon Knight sounds lame. Sounds like a lame name for a person. I get there's Moon Knight fans, but the idea feels lame. And I'm open to understand it. With dissociative identity disorder, also known as multiple personalities, he has the personalities of Mark the mercenary, Jake the cab driver, Steven the millionaire, Mr. Knight the NYPD detective, and Moon Knight. The guy's pretty twisted. He carved moons into the heads of 47 different people. His strength and skill are highlighted in his time as a mercenary in 3 African wars, 5 South American revolutions, and was in the CIA and the Marines for 8 years. The guy is very decorated in war. Specifically talking about Moon Knight's strength, he's enhanced by Khonsu's powers. He ripped off this metal door straight from the hinges. With an extremely short list of strengths in the official handbook of Marvel's Universe, Volume 1, number 7, it says that he's lifted up to 2 tons under a full moon. A less impressive and powerless version of Mark, he can lift around 450 pounds. Unlike the integrity of the metal door we mentioned earlier, Moon Knight's durability is infamous. It is super strong. He is super durable. When he fights werewolf, Mark's endurance is wild, and he kind of enjoys being injured and pressed into the fight. Moon Knight also takes a hatchet to the chest and is still able to beat up the guy that did it. He's also thrown into a combat circle with the pyrotechnic Sun King. The durability he shows here is insane. He takes several burns on his hands and on his head, has teeth knocked out and fingers broken, and he still takes down Sun King, stealing away the powers of Sun King, which originated from the Egyptian god Ra, by having the actual god Ra fear Moon Knight instead, making him completely powerless. Getting into weird stuff, but this is kind of crazy. Let's talk about Moon Knight's speed. Similar to Batman, he's able to dodge bullets on a consistent basis. This is kind of cool. So Green Goblin comments on how fast Moon Knight is, and Green Goblin being an enhanced fighter himself, who is on par with Spider-Man, this is a big compliment coming from Green Goblin. Speaking of Spider-Man, once he jumped on Moon Knight's back, and before Spidey could even attack or dodge, Moon Knight grabs him and throws him off, even beating his Spidey sense. Okay, so now let's talk about Moon Knight's gear. Does it come up to par or better than Batman's? Well, Moon Knight has bullseye level throwing accuracy, which comes in handy with his crescent darts. Talk about accuracy. This dude cuts the wick off of a dynamite stick before it explodes. Moon Knight's first move is usually disarming people at the very beginning of a fight with one of his crescent throws. Look at this scan. This might be a really good example of an expert level of skill. Maybe genius level, honestly. He shoots an arrow at this man's sword. It splits it on his sword and knocks out both gunmen's hands to keep them from being able to fire. With Moon Knight's extreme wealth, his net worth being about $2.3 billion, it wouldn't even land him on the top 200 of Forbes list right now, which is kind of crazy. He's able to use that money to make some pretty impressive tools, some pretty impressive suits and weapons. Besides the golden ankh that he finds in some of the comics, he carries darts, wrist blades, electroshock wands, X-ray vision goggles, solar energy bombs called sunlight bombs, just to name a few. And it would honestly be really dumb not to mention his suit. His suit is crazy. His suit is made out of adamantium, the same material Wolverine's metal skeleton and claws are made out of. Also parts of Captain America's shield. And his best suit yet is his advanced carbonadium suit. Mark claims that this suit is his best work, more durable than the adamantium one and more flexible. This material is highly radioactive, proven to slow accelerated healing factors like Wolverine's. The same material as Dr. Octopus's tentacles, it also has been used to harness She-Hulk. This stuff held down a Hulk. It can hold down a Hulk. Last but not least, this part is kind of crazy. Since he has multiple personalities, there are moments in the comic book where he takes up personalities of other people that we might know, including Wolverine. What? His own version of Logan. Iron Man, his own version of Tony Stark. Tony Stark. Captain America, his own version of Steve Rogers. Echo, his own version of Maya Lopez, the new Avenger, who was introduced in the Hawkeye TV show. It's honestly crazy. Who do you think would win in this fight? Do you think it is Batman or do you think it is Moon Knight? Make sure to comment down below who you think wins. Put your predictions in now before we get to see the reveal. Also, there's a way, if you subscribe to our channel, that you can be a part of our videos here in the Battle Arena. So we're going to hear the opinion of one of the random subscribers we have here on the channel that wrote into us on Instagram. So this is their take on the fight.
Hey DanCo, just wanted to say longtime subscriber to your channel, big fan of everything you do in your versus battles. In this case, as much as I like Moon Knight, of course, I'm going to have to give this obvious victory to Batman. The idea of Batman not only having a more stable mind, his detective skills are on top of that, but his ability to slow down a fight and then perceive his opponent's fighting styles, or how they're going to execute a fight, or how they're going to be presenting, is almost akin to none. With those qualities, I have to give it to Batman.
So as we wrap this video up, as we come down to a conclusion, who would win? Is it Batman or is it Moon Knight? I think that Batman honestly is stronger consistently. Moon Knight is only strong whenever there's a full moon. He's kind of just a normal dude outside of moonlight. So I think that Batman is consistently stronger than Moon Knight, which is going to be an extreme advantage for Batman. I also believe that Batman's skills and his gear is more advanced than Moon Knight's. I think that Moon Knight is going to suffer and fall behind compared to Batman's gear. Moon Knight potentially has better accuracy than Batman does. Being able to knock off the wick of a dynamite stick is pretty impressive. I honestly think that the fight will begin with Batman standing there with some sort of gadget or some sort of tool that he's about to use, and Moon Knight will potentially knock it out of his hand. Being that Moon Knight is extremely accurate, really great at throwing his crescent moons, this will probably be how it starts. Moon Knight's kind of a mixed bag. You're not really sure what you're going to get with Moon Knight. I think that Batman is super intelligent. So is Moon Knight, but Moon Knight has a lot going on up here. I think that Batman would actually be able to outsmart him and outskill him. And even Superman said himself, calling Batman one of the most dangerous men on Earth after he defeated 4 white Martians on his own. I don't think Clark Kent throws out compliments like that often, especially about Batman. They have kind of some animosity stuff happening anyways. So of course, after all the years of movies and everything else, Batman would probably be the fan favorite. So I'm not trying to just be biased because Batman's been in the spotlight. This is a comic book fight. I would say Moon Knight does win when it comes to his suit and his armor and his durability. It's par to none. Nobody has suits that can hold down She-Hulk. That's a big deal. Let's just give Moon Knight's suit to Batman. That would be cool. But I just think Batman's going to be stronger more consistently. I think that he is smarter, probably clearer minded. He doesn't have multiple personalities trying to tell him what to do. And I just think that all this kind of adds up to be that Batman's going to win this fight more times than not. So today, Batman wins. But let me know what you think. Did I miss something? Is Moon Knight better than I said he was? Is Batman better than I'm saying he is? You choose. Make sure to comment down below. We love to see those comments. And if you'd like to be in a video in the future, one of these Battle Arena videos, make sure to subscribe now and to check our community page for later video posts. Also, let us know what videos you want to see in the Battle Arena, what characters you want to see fight. Make sure to comment those down below as well. Hit the like button, subscribe button, turn on post notifications, and until next time, we will see you then.